Um, First of all, I have to tell you that my colleague who was intended to speak this morning is not feeling well, and he told me to speak on his behalf. Distinguished colleagues, dear Iranian friends, Salam alaikum. I would like to thank our friends for their invitation. I want to convey the support from the Nationalist Party of Malta to the people of Iran. Last Friday, in Ashraf Tree, we heard very emotional, powerful, shocking testimonials of the victims of the Iranian regime, who endured torture, who witnessed the execution of their loved ones, friends and survivors of Ashraf 1 and Camp Liberty. I am sure I can speak on behalf of my European colleagues and say that Friday's testimonials left us all very disturbed, sad and angry, yet even more determined. I personally felt that after listening to these testimonials, now it has become much more than a matter of committed friends, supporting our Iranian friends in their fight for freedom. Listening and witnessing the extent of the brutality of the Iranian regime, for me, it has now become a personal matter. So, to our dear Ashraf, I say, your cause is our cause. Your sadness is our sadness. Your pain is our pain. And your fight is our fight. And God willing, your victory will also be our victory. So today, I feel really humbled to be in Ashraf Tree amongst you. We salute your bravery. You are an icon to us all. You will never forget the thousands of Iranian martyrs that shed their blood, and their blood will not be shed in vain. And it will continue to nourish the fight for liberty in Iran. Dear colleagues, allow me to go back to the present situation in Iran. As you all know, genuine and periodical democratic elections cannot be separated from civil and human rights. All people, wherever they live, have an inherent right to choose the government of their choice. The right to vote through secret ballot is a basic human right. So are the rights to run for an office and the rights for universal and equal suffrage. These rights also include freedom of expression, freedom of opinion, freedom of association, freedom of movement, and freedom of assembly. These rights, dear colleagues, are enriched in various declarations and conventions of the United Nations. Yet these are the same rights which the people of Iran are being denied of. They are oppressed by one of the most brutal regimes in the world, a regime which funds terrorism and continue to threaten the world with nuclear proliferation. Our world will never be safe as long as this regime survives. This regime is responsible for various acts of crime against humanity, which are punishable under international law. Today, as we speak, thousands of innocent Iranians are being unjustly detained, tortured, and executed. The priority in Iran has reached unprecedented levels, so much so that some Iranians have resorted to sell their body organs in order to have food on their table. This includes selling kidneys, blood plasma, bone marrow, and cornea. For instance, in 2018, the black market price for a kidney in Iran was about 3,800 United States dollars. Our presence in Albania is a testimony of our support to the people of Iran. But it is also a strong message against appeasement of this atrocious regime. We do not need proof that the Iranian regime restored to terrorism to silence its critics. We had it at our doorstep. Last year, the same event, which took place in France, was targeted by a deadly terrorist attack, organized and planned by the Mullah's regime. No less than 500 grams of explosives were discovered and were destined to blow our Paris gathering on the 30th June of last year. Thankfully, this terror attack was foiled by the German, Belgian, and French Secret Service. If that terror attack was not found, I am sure that many of us would probably not be here today to tell the story. But despite the Mullah's attempt to terrorize us, we are back, and we are back in full force. The Iranian regime terror threat directed to us only served to reinforce our determination. We will not be bullied with submission. We will continue to oppose this repressive regime until we see its end. Our message to you, Iranian people, is loud and clear. We will tell the Iranian regime that the terrorist attack can hurt us all, kill us all. They can cause havoc, but they will never be the termination of the free world to continue to campaign for a democratic Iran. Dear colleagues, as we speak, the Iranian people continue to defy the brutality of the Iranian regime and taking to the streets of Iran to protest for freedom and human rights. As Madam President Maryam Rajavi said on numerous occasions, the change of the regime is the task of the Iranian people. Yet our duty is to support the Iranian people at all costs. To the wise words of Madame Rajavi, I add the famous quote of the famous French poet Victor Hugo, when he said, "When dictatorship becomes a fact, revolution becomes a right." In this context, our message to the people of Iran is, we will never abandon you. We are with you and will continue to be with you throughout thick and thin until your justified cause is fulfilled. We applaud your bravery. You are indeed our heroes. Last but not least, we are here today in Albania because we are all united by a common mission, a common dream which can and will be fulfilled, a free Iran. Then and only then we shall rest our case. Thank you, Mr.